Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Shemir, Washab, Hashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone, and the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers of pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect to have the next of David. I'm the brother slash elder. Shalom and salutations to you all. It's a quick lesson going into the division is real. Okay? So understand the division. Okay, it's going to happen to you, your family, your wife, everybody. You're going to be alone. All right? Who's doing it? Luke 12:51. Who's doing it? Suppose ye that I. Who's I? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. Who's I? Okay, well, let's examine that. 12:51. Okay, of course, this is in red letters. Right? Not peace, but division. 49. I am come to sin. Then Peter said unto him, Lord, who is he talking to? Who's the Lord? Yahushua. Okay? I'm looking for his name, but I'm not going to see it on here anyway. I'm going to see Earth Pig. But who's speaking? This is in red. All right, let me see. Who does it in red? Is it ESV? Yep. Okay, so who's speaking now? Is that better for you? Peace. Not peace, but division. Okay? Especially this. Right? When they say what and safety? Peace and safety. This means sudden destruction. Not peace, but division and sudden destruction. Okay? What is this? The ESV. Right? Do you think that I have come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. In the red, Salakia, for droning. Did I get this? I didn't get this yet. Salakia, bear with me. I had to restart the old computer. Okay, so let's watch this real quick from the top. So this is division.
So there it.
Salakia. The Kyle Polanski Show, Secular Talk. Americans furious over Jimmy Kimmel's illegal firing. So what happened? Now they're reinstating him, showing you what? The division. Okay? Look at the division. All right? And this is just the beginning. The beginning of sorrows, the beginning of division.
So there is a colossal backlash that happened as a direct result of ABC effectively firing Jimmy Kimmel. They say it's a suspension, but really, I think in their heart of hearts, it's
division. Listen to the division and where it's coming from. Okay, of course, the Most High got this devil doing the dirty work. Right? Earthquakes in diverse places, HARP. Pestilence, CDC. You understand? We could go on. All right, this devil is manufacturing shit. Most High put the spirit on him to do certain things.
And it's all because the FCC, Donald Trump's FCC, led by Brendan Carr, basically turned into a mafia boss, and he said we could do this the easy way or we can do this a hard way. They wanted Jimmy Kimmel off the air because Jimmy Kimmel mocks Trump. Trump doesn't like it when late-night comedians mock him. And so, this truly is a clear violation of the First Amendment. And it's
clear violation of the First Amendment from the president who don't like to be taught. Oh, well, we're going to fire this guy. Basically, that means America's over. Okay, Babylon has fallen right there. Okay, and Kimmel is one of them. Okay, he might be a Jake, but he represents white America. So that's two white men fighting and destroying each other. What's the topic? Division. Who's bringing it? Yahushua.
Particularly close. If the government is throwing around its weight and issuing threats and twisting arms to try to get Jimmy Kimmel fired, and by the way, the implication.
America's over. He didn't finish what he was saying. If we're at this point, coming from the top, America's over. That's what he said.
So, like, this truly is a clear violation of the First Amendment, and it's not particularly close. If the government is throwing around its weight and issuing threats and twisting arms to try to get Jimmy Kimmel fired, and by the way, the implication there too is that all of these local affiliates that carry ABC that maybe will revoke your broadcast license if you don't fire Jimmy Kimmel. When that happens, I mean, it's way over that bright red line of the government impeding speech that it doesn't like.
Imagine the division. People have to make decisions. Am I going to go along with this bullshit? A brother made a video, a lesson that said the point of no return. The brother Ayash, I believe, the elder out of Mississippi, I believe. But they're past the point of no return.
But guess what? Americans are absolutely standing up and fighting back.
Fighting back. They're fighting each other. Okay? Esau's slick, doing slick shit, right? We're at the end.
They are not standing for it. Not even a little bit. So look.
Okay, now we're going to go into money. What drives a motherfucker? And how do you actually control these devils? They love money. Salakia, here we go, the devil. Oh, I did that. Back with it a little.
I mean, it's way over that bright red line of the government impeding speech that it doesn't like. But guess what? Americans are absolutely standing up and fighting back, and they are not standing for it. Not even a little bit. So look at this. Disney Plus cancellation page crashes as customers rush to quit after Kimmel's suspension. Disney faces a wave of cancellations after pulling Jimmy Kimmel live, with subscribers reporting that the Disney Plus cancellation page keeps crashing. So many people are trying to partake in the boycott.
Why is all of this happening? What's going on with Disney? What's going on with Jimmy Kimmel? What, he got fired. He's getting what is all of this about? What is all this revolving around? Do we know yet? Let it keep going.
That the page where you cancel your Disney Plus is crashing. Over.
Why is this division? Where is this division coming from? What's the catalyst for all? What did Jimmy say? And why did all of this movement happen over what Jimmy said? What did Jimmy say?
Now, my guess is they didn't really expect this. Maybe they expected a little bit of a minor backlash around the edges, but oftentimes we see this from these big-wig billionaire executives that make these decisions. I think they think the country is more MAGA than it is. I think they think, me getting rid of Jimmy Kimmel is going to be probably mostly popular move. But it's just not the case at all. I mean, Trump right now has a 38% approval rating. I mean, that is
division. Listen, is dripping. Everything is dripping with the division that is needed for the Civil War.
Historically low, especially for this point in a presidency where we're not even a year in. Usually, they're at 50% or a little higher at this point in their presidency. But Trump's already ruined so many things and screwed up so much that that's the reaction. People despise him. And so everybody knows this is Trump who did it. Everybody knows this is the FCC that did this. And there's a backlash. And I think
first thing Trump did, right, with the helicopters and the crashes and all of that shit going on, is he went straight after the FCC. Did he not? All of that, they shot down and the plane went down and da-da-da-da, remember all of that? All of that was about dismantling the FCC. What is the FCC dealing with? Free speech, public address, what you can and can't say. Pay attention.
Intuitively get that this really is effectively a war on the best of American values, is what this is.
A what? A division. In order to have a war, you got to have two sides. And this is stirring up both sides, getting it right out in the open and pulling at people's heartstrings at the highest. When you say Disney, first of all, the level of enchantment that goes with Disney. The first thing you have to consider is that this is a psyop. This goes into MK Ultra and Disney programming and Hansel and Gretel and Snow White and programming and Down the Rabbit Hole and all of that bullshit. You can't have Disney. This name itself is enchanted. Oh, he's fired. No, he's back on. You got to understand that you're in the middle of some witchcraft at the highest level.
But I'm just getting started, so let me give you this one now, too. Disney has lost nearly...
Just to see this, 666, you just already, it's an enchantment, right? And then this goes in, where is this going? It's going to a woman who is boldly and proudly sticking up Baphomet in front of everybody, and that's where this whole thing is leading you to. Keep watching.
$1 billion in market value since suspending Jimmy Kimmel. $4 billion. Now they said...
Listen to that. The bottom line is how much the money, right? Their God is still filthy lucre. So.
Give me this one now, too. Disney has lost nearly $4 billion in market value since suspending Jimmy Kimmel.
A week ago?
Billion.
2 weeks?
Now they say, they were in talks to bring him back eventually or whatever, but they haven't actually come to an agreement. They haven't come to a deal. And again, as I said, I really think they said, it's just a suspension, but it's indefinitely suspended. And I think in their heart of hearts, they viewed it as we're actually going to fire him. We'll pretend like we're just suspending him for now, but we're going to move on past him. That's what I think was happening. But he was in talks with the executives, and they couldn't come to an agreement. And also, Kimmel was like, I'm not going to back down. Back down from what? My joke wasn't even bad. Basically what he said is, MAGA is...
Here we go. What did he say? See, I got to stop it and bring this to your attention. What is all of this division about? Where is it going? It's going to Captain Kirk. It's going to Charlie Brown and that Baphomet watch.
It's even bad. Basically what he said is, MAGA is working overtime to try to make people think that this guy who killed Charlie Kirk was...
Where did it go? What is all this? He said the magic word. Where is it going? It goes to the very top. Okay? What did Kimmel say? What did he say that they don't want him to say, that they had to fire him?
It's even bad. Basically what he said is, MAGA is working overtime to try to make people think that this guy who killed Charlie Kirk was anything but MAGA. And then he says, and Trump is clearly really upset about it. Then it cuts to the video of Trump, where Trump's asked how he's doing after Charlie Kirk got killed, and he goes, I'm doing okay. Anyway, look over there. You see that ballroom? We're building the ballroom. The trucks are here. They've been wanting this for like 150 years. I got it done. I got it done. And so it was basically a joke at Trump's expense, saying how much he doesn't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk. And it's funny because it's true. But now MAGA is trying to they're trying to rewrite history here and say, the reason why Jimmy Kimmel was fired is because he definitively said the shooter was MAGA, which is not true that he said that. Listen.
Okay, so it's important what he's saying, because they're pulling the okie doke and trying to achieve what their overlords are pushing them to do.
But the other thing is, even if he did say that, which he didn't, that would be fine. You're allowed to say things like that. That doesn't cross a line. Are you kidding me? Fox News had to pay out $787 billion. Or billion. No, that's not possible. Million. Excuse me. They don't have $787 billion sitting around. That's ridiculous. They had to pay out $787 million for repeatedly lying about the 2020 election. It was actual defamation, and so they had to pay the voting machine company. And after that, all of the fucking asshole hosts that were literally committing a crime with their speech, they didn't get fired. They were still hanging out on air. No problem whatsoever.
I'm letting this go for a
reason.
No
problem whatsoever. And so, basically what I'm saying is,
So let's get back to CK. How does this deal with? See, if it's dealing with Trump, the latest that you've seen on Trump is him hoisting up his Barbie while she's throwing up the
Even
balcony.
a right to say untrue things. But it wasn't even like Jimmy Kimmel was saying something untrue and that he knew was untrue. No, it's perfectly reasonable.
So this is about free speech. You can't say anything about the Baphomet.
Say the shooter was MAGA, but even if he did, it's perfectly reasonable to believe that. I mean, his Steam gaming name was Donald Trump. He comes from a super MAGA family where the grandma was like, everybody's MAGA in our family, right? So, I mean,
So free speech. You can't say nothing about Baphomet.
the way they move the goalposts to try to justify and rationalize, quite literally and directly taking away somebody's free speech. And then they try to do this thing where it's like, well, you guys were guilty of it first, so we can do it now. And it's like, you were against it when the left did it, point number one. Point number two is, Biden never used the official power of the government to get comedians fired for hurting his feelings, ever. Usually left-wing cancel culture was grassroots. It was ground up. It was, hey, a bunch of students got together and signed a petition because they didn't want Ben Shapiro speaking at their college. That's what it was on the left. All right, let's continue. I'm still not done. So we also got this. Disney stock drops 7% after ABC suspends Jimmy Kimmel Show. Entertainment giants shares fall in early trading following indefinite suspension decision. By the way, here's something they didn't consider. ABC, Disney, like, these are huge companies, but who is going to want to work for that company now, knowing that even saying the mildly wrong thing to the executives can get you shit canned?
And here we are. Okay? Confusion, uncertainty, right? Everything is ripe for what? Okay? So, what comes along with this division? Let's read division one more time. Who's bringing it? Right? Hey, Luke 12 and 51. Do you think that in the something in the ESV? Do you think that I've come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. Who's bringing it? Yahweh Shai is bringing it. The spirit of it. So what is Esau doing? Exactly what the Most High got him doing. Bringing that division. Right? And what will I? From now on, from now on, in one house, there will be 5 divided against 2 and 2 against 3. They will be divided. Father against son, son against father, mother against daughter, daughter against mother, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. Starts at home and extends outward to everyone. Everybody's going to be divided. Who's doing it? Yahweh Shai's doing it. Nobody's getting away. Okay? Until what? Divided, right? If who be divided? Satan be. Is this it? I don't want Beelzebub. I want how did I get it? How can is kingdom? No, not that. I think it's in Matthew. How can? I forget. It's the same one. This is what I want. If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. What's the operative word? Division. That's it. What do we see? Babylon has fallen. What kingdom? Babylon. Spiritual Egypt. Are we divided? You damn right. Already kindled. Yahushua is coming. This is a sign. And if it be a, let's go back there. Let's go back. What is this a sign of? Kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. Look at that. Spirit jumped on there right before I go where? Oh, back to here. Luke. What is it? Ah. Yahushua is bringing the division. Okay, but let's go in there. And then I'm going to close. Ah. Okay, let's start here at the division. Not peace, but division. Does it look peaceful out here? Everybody knows what the hell is going on right now. There's no peace on the earth. Luke 12, 49? Luke 12 and 49. I am come to set fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So, is it already kindled? How do we know that it's already kindled? Look at the division. Okay. I am come to send fire on the. Let's examine that. I am come. I'm coming. I have come to set the world on fire. Is he here yet? No, he's not. He's coming. Okay? And what does it mean? Oh, and how I wish it were already kindled. It is already kindled. Okay? It's kindled. It's on fire right now. I came to throw fire upon the earth. And what is my desire? Oh, that it were even now kindled. Right? What does that mean? Is this not saying he's on his way? And that while he's on his way, this place should be on fire. This is an indication, this place being on fire the way it is, divided, right? We'll get there, right? Is a sign of his coming. This division is a sign that he's coming. I am come. Here I come. I ain't here yet, but here I come. Okay? To purify the earth with fire. So this is a sign that he's coming. If we read on from there, we get to what? The division, which is that fire. What is a fire? Trial by fire. That conflict. I'm come to send fire on the earth. And what will I, if it be already kindled? That means that before he gets this place is going to be on fucking fire. Is it not? Is it not? Okay. This right here, this enchantment, got people coming against each other.
Like, nobody's going to want to work for them because they're going to go, you guys don't protect your talent. You guys don't protect your people. So, like, you're the last people I would ever want to fucking work for. They did not consider this. All right, more. Sarah McLachlan, Jewel, and more musicians scheduled to perform at tonight's premiere for Hulu's ABC News doc, Lilith Fair, have all pulled out after Disney scrapped the red carpet.
So at Lilith Fair, which was a Queen of Heaven worship ceremony, these divas didn't get their red carpet, so they're like, oh, okay, well, we ain't doing it. So even the witches of Eastwick are at each other's throat, right? They all work together, Disney, Lilith, right? Even the devils are fighting at each other's throat. Anyway, the division is real, all right? So with that, It's just a step closer. Okay, already kindled. What does it mean? Is that not the kindling? Here comes the Civil War. All this is pushing the Civil War. Oh, I forgot to go here real quick. Um, let's see what this brings up, because a lot of people aren't stupid. They know what they see. Oh, they're going to hide this. Kirk's wife, devil horns. What else is that? That ain't devil horns? Everybody knows. Look, Joe Cronin knows. See, people aren't stupid. They know what they see. Oh, well. Captain Kirk and the devil. Look at this. Okay, we're getting nothing else after that. Oh, wow, look at that. Did you notice the devil horns gesture? So this is where it's all going. What was Jimmy Kimmel about? Jimmy Kimmel was about this. Jimmy Kimmel was about them pushing this. Okay? This, where's it going? It's going there. Okay? What they're saying to Jimmy is you cannot say nothing bad about that. About where this thing is going, about us coming out into full view, bringing the pure light of Lucifer into world view, like your boy Albert Pike said in the Massini papers, letters to Massini. Anyway, with that, shalom.